Welcome to the MVP Show. Full show notes for this episode can be found at nz365guy.com/289. Before we chat with today's guest, here's a quick message from our sponsors. Today's show is brought to you by the 90-Day Mentoring Challenge. I cover the following key areas to grow your career: communications, consulting, technology, Microsoft, engaging in the community, personal brand, and career paths. If you want to be mentored in the next 90-day challenge, please go to nz365guy.com/mentor and sign up. Now let's get on with the show. Well, today's MVP is from Nigeria. He works at Tech Experts as a Dynamics 365 CE Global Technical Support Engineer for the EMEA region. He's a first-time MVP. This is his first year in the program. He leads the Nigeria D365 user group. He's a Microsoft Innovation Education expert. You can check him out by searching for his name on Twitter, or you can look at his website, dynamicexperts.wordpress.com. Welcome to the show, Hammed Abdulazeez.
Oh, thank you very much, Mark. I'm good to be here. I'm glad to speak with you on this first time on the show. And once again, my name's Hammed Abdulazeez.
Fantastic. Thank you for joining us. So I'm keen to know a bit about Nigeria. I don't know enough, and so I'm hoping that you can educate me a little. First of all, tell me, what do you do? Tell me a bit about your family. What's the best food to eat there, and what do you do for fun when you're not working?
Well, really, first, Nigeria is it has the largest population in Africa, and then they're the largest Black nations globally. So so Nigeria has one of the largest economy. It has the largest economy in Africa as well. So and then we have Nigeria has over 350 ethnic groups in Nigeria. So we have three major ethnic groups in Nigeria, situated in the north, the south, and also the southwest as well. Okay, so Nigeria has six geopolitical zones. Okay, so we have the south, the southwest, the north, and the northeast, and the southeast, and the east as well. So this is just a summary about Nigeria, and then so about my family here. So I was born from one of the tribes, Yoruba, one of the major tribes in Nigeria, and I was born in the north, even though I'm from the southwest. Okay, so but I grew up a little bit in the north, northern part of Nigeria, and also I spent all my life, my education, my up to this time, so in the southwest, where I actually came from. Okay, so situated in Lagos. Lagos is a commercial hub of Nigeria, and Lagos generates the largest revenue to the federal government. So this is where all foreign people would like to visit, and because the business and the people are with over 20 million people in Lagos, and one of the smallest states in Nigeria. Okay, so so I moved from the north to the southwest when I was a kid, and then because of the crisis in the north, so so I started my school, my primary to high school and university in the southwest, and up to this time I'm working there right now. So came from a family of four, so we're all four boys. So I have to be the firstborn in my family. Okay, so I have four three other siblings as well. So yeah, it's about what I do outside work. So I love playing games, especially TV games, and also I read books as well. And then because I'm from Muslim background, so I read about Quran, and then also I listen to Quran, so as a Muslim as well.
Excellent. Tell me about some of the favorite foods. If I was to visit you in Nigeria, what type of food would you introduce me to?
Yes, to look at food here is amala. They call it amala. So it's a typical local food here in Nigeria, especially in the tribe I am from, actually. So, and then also my favorite one is semo, because usually when I was kid, I used to eat amala, which is but now I don't eat it anymore because it's been a very long time that I eat it. So amala is made of yam flour. Okay, so yes, it's made out of yam flour, and then it's very more popular and originated from the southwest, right? So if you come to Nigeria, so this is what I'll introduce to you, amala, because it's the most common and this the most eatable food in the southwest, and this is identity of the southwest.
Right, right. Excellent, excellent. I mean, the closest I've been to you is in from a geography perspective is a little country called Eritrea, which is on the other side of Ethiopia. And that was a long time ago, but I ate a lot of the local food there, and it was amazing. Anyhow, tell me, I'm so interested. 2 years ago, I think you first got in touch with me, and we started a conversation about getting a user group started in Nigeria, and you were interested in like making that a reality. 2 years on, you become an MVP. You've done a heck of a lot to grow a very large community in Nigeria, and of course, there's a lot of people listening to the show would not even be aware that there's a thriving IT community, business community, and specifically around Microsoft business applications in Nigeria. Can you tell me a bit about how a bit about the community in Nigeria around Microsoft business applications?
Yeah, I started my career as a system engineer. Then I moved on to networking. Okay, so I stumbled about Microsoft about 7 years ago, and one of the first product I laid my hands on is Dynamics 365, not even Office 365. So it was later when I started, diving into Dynamics 365, I started discovering about Office 365 and some others, Cloud Azure and all that. So because I this works its hands together. So I started because I did my master degree in one of the recognized university in Nigeria here in Lagos, University of Lagos here. So I met a friend, for one of my friends. So he studied in UK, and then also he came back to Nigeria to study his master degree. So and establish business. So then I was looking at how I can be able to, because then I was still involved in networking. I go to the offices, I set up networking systems for businesses and then some other schools as well. So I before I stumbled upon Dynamics 365, what I was doing then was Microsoft education technology, where I train teachers in schools and how to adapt the Microsoft technology in their school systems and their curriculum as well. So I travel outside Lagos, my horizon. I can travel 8 hours, 7 hours. So to train teachers how to use the Microsoft technology. So I became a Microsoft Innovative Educator expert. So I was selected. Because of that, I expand. I do more of trainings for teachers. So this is where I became more interested in Microsoft product because I have never worked with Microsoft product before. So I tried to also to get deep dive into it. So a friend of mine introduced me to asked me to go and study anything related to HR management and ERP, and they asked me to go and do something around the SAP, so SAP. So I went to a computer institutions, IT institutions to get inquiry about this SAP. So and he told me it's quite expensive and there's no training, there's no trainers in Nigeria to train that. So that was just 7 years ago. So I have to do all that online. And it's quite expensive for me. So I was looking at how I'm going to do it. So a friend of mine told me then that once I do it, I finish the course, I do training and certifications, I should come back to him. So and this time it is where our unemployment is quite high in Nigeria. So I have no job at that time. So I was looking at how I can be able to deep dive into technology and then how I can make myself available for others as well. Not just about making money also, and then also how to be able to work with others, right? So it's quite expensive. So I was just thinking about for a few months, I couldn't get myself how I can get this money. So I get back to my friend. I told him that, oh, this is quite expensive. So he told me that you don't want to hear that because you don't want to hear it's quite expensive. By the time I started having the benefits, so I would not even think about the expensive. So I was like, oh, because I don't have a job. So when I have a job, I can have the money to fund this, but I don't have a job. So fortunately, we have a program manager in Nigeria that came all the way from US. So she's a program educator, education program manager in Nigeria. So her name is Jordan. She introduced me to she there's a time she sent a link, and then the link is about how people can to register to for training on Dynamic 365. So when I look at the course, she shared with me and she asked me to share with the other colleagues, with other my colleagues that I know. So when I look at the contents of the Dynamics 365 of the link she shared, the form she shared to me, I was like, oh, this is similar to ACP I've been looking for quite. I've been thinking about it. So and it's quite free. So I registered for it. I was selected, and then the training was online. And you have to watch a video, and there is certain percentage that you have to watch, and then go through some exercises. And then after then, we were promised to write certifications. So I have to devote my time and also, to spend, my last cover, my last pen to buy data and make sure that I attend the course. So I introduced to a lot of friends. I have three of my friends that were selected for this training. So I think those two of my friends, they don't know the value of Dynamics 365. So I continue to struggle to ensure that I attended the training. I finish up the video and all that. So afterwards, we have, then internet has been the major problem in Nigeria, that a lot of people can't afford to buy data to watch video online. So Microsoft find it a little bit challenging for people that are not attending the training online. So what they did was that they send people, I mean, a trainer from Egypt to come to Nigeria and train us physically. So that is when we came to Nigeria, and then two trainers came to Nigeria from Egypt, and they train us at the Microsoft office here in Lagos. So all people from all the states, or from all 36 states in Nigeria, came to attend the training. So after the training, so they actually provide vouchers for us. So I wrote the first exam. So it is my first exam I'll ever write in my life for Microsoft professional exams. Okay, so I passed it. So I was so happy because it's the first time and I passed it at the first time. So and after a few weeks, they sent us a second voucher. So I wrote the exams. So I was so happy again. I was like, wow, this is quite easy or what? So after the second training, because the first training was about Dynamics 365 application, and the second training was about customization, configuration, and customization. So this is on premise, and also online. That was we have then was a CRM 9 that was just coming up online. That was the first time Microsoft is moving to the cloud for Dynamics 365. So this course is not common in Nigeria, so there's not many people that actually know about it in Nigeria. Okay, so I have to like, okay, this is not common, so let me just put my effort to learn this. So maybe later, I can, people can actually come start looking for, trying to know more about the application. So we're trained. The third voucher was sent, so I wrote the exams and also passed. So I think at that time, I'm the only person that wrote and passed the three exams. So a friend of mine wrote, yeah, I think they passed just one of the exams. So among all of us, that wrote that attended the training, I think we are just like 2 or 3 or 4 that actually still stick with Dynamics up to now. Okay, so and then many of them now when they see that okay, I was actually doing well in Dynamics, they try to come back and see okay if they can actually catch up again. So because I know what I want, I know what I'm looking for, and I know how its benefits is going to be. So I have to start in all the way to make sure that I all the costs to ensure that I got this deeply in my head. I so by the time I was looking at okay, how I'm able to see that this is not common, and then people don't talk about it. I've never seen it anywhere that people talk about discussing in Nigeria here. So and after the training, we're promised to 6 month internship training by Microsoft. So after the training, so I after 3 months, we didn't hear from Microsoft. So I was like, okay, what do I do with this? This can be a waste, and then the exams can be a waste. So I have to search Google in Nigeria. First, I have to like, okay, I have to find a company that did Dynamics 365 in Nigeria. So what I did was to search for Google, and then I see only 3 companies that offer that solution in Nigeria. So at that time, so I send my CV and apply as an internship. I don't apply as in that I want to work, but to as an internship in that company. So because I not see I'm not confident myself then that I can actually work with it because I don't have experience with it. So when I get to the company, only one company out of the 3 company, only one company called me for to come around. So when I came in there, the CEO interviewed me, and then interview it has a lot of couple of questions that only the experienced people can actually ask that question, so that can answer that question. So he was thinking that I actually came for an employment. So not knowing that I came for internship, so I was wondering. So later on, he asked about my salary. I told him that I actually came for internship. He was wondering, wow. So you allow me to ask you all these questions, otherwise technical, deep technical questions. So and what he told me then was that okay, I came in after 2 weeks. He asked me to come back after 2 weeks. I came back after 2 weeks, and he told me that okay, so in this company we don't have a space for internship. So what we're going to do is that we're going to employ you. So I was like, oh my god. So that's where it all started from. So I started that, and then we started doing some projects, and then um, because no many companies knew about Dynamics in Nigeria, and it's difficult to sell the product in Nigeria then. So for up to close to 8 months, we don't even have a project regarding Dynamics 365. What we do is Office 365, Azure, and all that. So most of the time, Windows Server, we install and all that. So just after 8 months, we get a project about on ERP. So I have happened to be to lead this because I'm the only one in the company that have the knowledge about Dynamics 365. So afterwards, we get some other project on CRM, and then so that's where it all started from. So started getting experiences, and then getting some skills and knowledge, and I came about resources, about Microsoft Docs.com, and I came out to know about the MBS, that is for partners, where you can get some videos and some others documentation resources. So in anything, any skills, resource is very key, and this is one of the fantastic things Microsoft has done to be to have a self-paced training first to get skills without even going through training, physical training. You can actually acquaint yourself with resources technically, and also in business wise as well. So and this is where the resources slide and all that. So I make sure that I'm able to do that. So after that, I left the companies and also joined other companies in the end. So one of my first projects then was Microsoft, Power Apps. So at this time, none of it has not been prominent in Nigeria. So we are the first set of people that actually work on that project on Power Apps, Canvas apps actually. So I watch videos online, I maybe actually mention his name. I don't know if you know about Shane. Shane, I think he's an MVP in Power Apps now. So I watched a lot of videos about him, and then I downloaded the video from YouTube. I made sure that I watched so to follow up through that role. So I have skills and that's through him. So we did a project on that skills. One of the first project I did on Power as Canvas app was to develop apps, a medical apps, okay, and also a medical emergency app. Okay, so want to see how people can actually have access to their to the record, and also an emergency app when in such a way that when it's an emergency and the when the on the hospital is called for emergency, and a nurse or who the person that actually went I mean to go and attend to the emergency, maybe with emergency car or something, can actually take some pictures and send to the doctor before the arrival of the person, sent to the hospital. So the doctor can actually receive the alert and see the pictures and what is coming. So by that time, he must have prepared some medical accessories. So before the arrival of the wounded person. So these are the apps that we built then. So it was very, very, very interesting and fantastic then. So then I was thinking about, okay, I have this. I've never seen people talk about this. I've never seen, you know, anyone have these skills. It was so. I was like, I don't have anyone to even to walk up to learn this thing from. So I was just learning all this in online. Checking the videos and all that. So I started thinking about how I can be able to train people, how I can be able to get people to involve in in this. So what I was thinking of that, so I was thinking that if Microsoft could do it in such a way that okay, they can actually employ people here to train within Nigeria rather than sending people from outside Nigeria to come and train. So what I was thinking that they actually send someone from UK to come and train some people, I mean, some local people here and also partners here in Nigeria about Power Apps. So I happened to meet with him, and then when I met with him, so that's where I started, having connections with Microsoft employees here in locally FTE here in Nigeria. And so I was just thinking, while I was working with the first company that I work as an apprenticeship, internship. So I was thinking of when I was searching online, I was see that there's some groups called Dynamic 365 or community. So I was like, we can actually have this in Nigeria. Okay, so I have my colleague, his name is Ridwan. So I was having challenge, I mean discussion with him. So because he later joined the company as well, because he has experience also in an CRM before he joined the company. I was so we're working together to see how we can have that community here in Nigeria. So that was why I stumbled upon your profile on the LinkedIn. I chatted it up. I watch your write-ups, how you will help people to set up these in other countries, and also I read about how you became about setting up the groups in, I think, in New Zealand or something, and how you were able to the storyline that you wrote there. So I was following up. So I was like, okay, if you can set up deal with other countries as well. So how can I get in touch with you? And that's why I stumbled about your profile, and then I was trying to see how I can get in touch with you. So, and also not only that, I also see them in the community. I was trying to get in touch with the program manager for the global Dynamics 365 community. So I didn't get a response from them. So that's why when I chat with you, you actually responded. So I was so happy. We remember we created the WhatsApp group, and that is why today I usually still refer to you as one of the pioneers of the Dynamics 365 user group in Nigeria, because you actually pioneered this. You set up the WhatsApp group and we invited all those people to join as well, and then from there we started some things. So it's become, and now we started with just 3 or 4 people, and now we have over 300 founded, I mean, in that platform. Okay, so but in the larger group we have more than close to more than, let me say, close to 1,000 people now. Yes, so because of the activities we do, and then some of the things want people to gain. We started recording. We have then after the WhatsApp group was created, and then I was also contacted by the global community, Diametrics by Global Community Group, named is Gretchen. So she actually sent me reply my email and said, okay, if you are ready, we can actually do this and all that. So then she sent me some documentation which I have to sign to establish that Diametrics by group in Nigeria, and also they help us to develop a website which where people can register, which still exists today. So, and that's how we come up with this, and then we started line ourselves and form groups. And so this is how so I was just thinking about, okay, so I started attending, events. I started speaking about Dynamic 365. I have to travel by airplane within Nigeria to talk about in the MCT programs, talk about Dynamic 365. In other Azure program, I still have to find my way to talk about Dynamic 365. So that's how it came about. So sometimes I host online webinars to talk about this. So it's a long journey, but yeah, yes.
Can you tell me about how you became an MVP, and how long ago did you become an MVP?
Yes, I never thought about becoming an MVP during those years. So I thought of this just last year, and because I was focused on, having people to impact knowledge in people. I'll focus on talk about Dynamic 365. So because I have acquired the knowledge, I have some experience as well. So I need to build that community to see that people can also, have the skills. They can help the employee. The employee can help the organizations, and also the individual can also help themselves. And in terms of the high rate of unemployment we have in the country, they can also help themselves by acquiring the skills and help others as well. So I was focusing on that. So, and this year, so we have our regular lead MCT regional lead. I walk up to him and also talk about, he's an MVP. So actually, so we talk about this Diameter 365. We're so happy we established. I also have a community. All the community user communities, we hold a conference in Nigeria. So and that's how it started from. So and also this last year we traveled to Dubai for Ignite Microsoft Tour. So when I came back, I started looking at, okay, I've done this, I've done that. So when I saw the link for MVPs, I was like, okay, I can actually apply for this because I've achieved what met all the requirements. So that's when I actually applied for it, and I was nominated. By remember when I chatted with you that, okay, in terms of MVP. So when you encouraged me to work with the local Microsoft employees in Nigeria. So that's how it started from. So I was actually nominated by Microsoft employee. So who is happened to be in I met her in Nigeria for the first time. She's she's a special senior partner specialist business application and power platform in the Africa region. Okay, so she actually nominated me, and then that's where I started from. She was so happy when I met her for the first time. She was happy that we have the user group, and she gave all the support. We had our first time user group physically, and the country manager for the first time came to the program and embraced it, and it was so happy about it. So and then that's how we started from. So everyone in Nigeria started. Yeah.
Such a good story, and I think a massive inspiration to other parts of the world where they have, everybody has this opportunity, right? The beauty of Microsoft is it's a global company, and if those out there want to learn, want to apply themselves, you're a brilliant example of what's possible. And I'm just so impressed to have known you've been part of that journey. And I can't wait to see, your group expanding from 1,000 to 5,000 in Nigeria, right? You've got a large population there. It's going to allow for that tremendous growth. This is all we've got time for today, and it's been so interesting, but I always like to wrap up with some quick fire questions. They're very random. Are you ready for your quick fire questions? Okay, here's the first one. Would you rather experience the beginning of the Earth being created or the end of Earth?
When the first edge is created.
Nice. I like it. What is a mistake people often make about you?
Yeah, they think that I'm so rich.
That's awesome. I like it. If you could solve one world problem, what would it be?
Unemployment. Yeah, because I'm going to, with technology, I can solve the unemployment problem.
Yeah, I like it. Final question. Are you an early morning person or do you stay awake late into the night?
Yeah, yes. Early morning person. I get up.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, Hammed, it's been great to have you on the show. It's been so interesting listening to your journey in Nigeria and how, you really educated yourself and then progressed through and now, in that unique position of being an MVP in Nigeria. I look forward to publishing this and thank you again for coming on the show.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mike. I really appreciate your time and also all your support for the Dynamics 365 Go user group in Nigeria. Thank you so much, and then thank you for inviting me here as well.
Hey, thanks for listening. I'm your host, Business Application MVP Mark Smith, also known as the NZ365 Guy. Please like and subscribe in your favorite podcast player. And if you'd like to leave a review, go to nz365guy.com/review, and it'll give you all the options to review the show. Otherwise, see you next time.